This is an odd thing. I don't do this. Matter of fact, I think this is the very first time I'm doing anything like this. But the frustration level is high enough that I needed to at least share my thoughts and just put it out there. Um, I've attempted to remedy this situation a number of different ways, and to this point, I have not. Here's my issue. Um, for the longest time, we have utilized McAfee um, security products, particularly their software on our computers. We've done that for a while. And we had an auto renewal that posted on December 21st of this past year for a year's subscription. Um, we really hadn't been using it that much, and I wish I'd been a little bit more attentive to the pending renewal. But it posted. We received a notification via email that the renewal had taken place, and because we really were not utilizing it with the move and the relocation and whatnot, I decided we didn't need it any longer, and so I decided to contact McAfee customer support and cancel the subscription. There is what started the problem. No problem with the cancellation. Everything went smooth. Got a notification. Everything's been canceled. Well, I'd made an assumption. And again, I keep telling myself, don't assume. Well, in this situation, I assumed the renewal began the 21st. It came out of our account. We were charged on the 21st. I called later that day of December 21st to cancel. There was an assumption that there would be a refund. I canceled the product the day of the renewal. This is a 365, a 1-year subscription. And so we waited. A month went by and nothing posted as a refund from McAfee. So I finally contacted them, and I've been keeping a running tab on my conversations, dates, and so forth. So I contacted McAfee customer service on the 2nd of February, asking them about the status of a refund. And I was told, you haven't asked for a refund. I thought, okay, it struck me as a little odd that someone cancels a subscription one day after it renews, particularly a 1-year subscription, and that no refund would be automatically created. So I said, okay, I need to begin this process then. Was given a service number, so forth and so on. This was on the 2nd of February. Was told I would hear back from someone. I didn't hear back from anybody. Followed up on the 7th of February. Still was told that a supervisor would call. No supervisor called. Followed up on the 16th of February. Talked to Alex. I'm finally starting to make some notations on who I'm talking to here. Talked with Alex. Alex said supervisor will call. You see, because up until this point, I'm talking to people that I guess are doing this remotely from home. So they're not in an office situation. They're not in a cubicles. There's no supervisors or whatever, I guess. And so I'm being told supervisor will have to call you. Okay. No one called. I called back the next day, talked with Carlos, got an ID number from Carlos. Carlos tells me again that a supervisor will have to contact you because given that the account has been canceled or closed, I guess their terminology, he's unable to process a refund. It would take a supervisor or someone a little higher up. Still getting a little weary now because I've been promised a supervisor would call. No one calls. Carlos says 24 to 48 hours. Okay. 24, 48 hours passes. No call, no email, So I call back and talk with Vinod, Vinod. That is his name. He tells me that a refund is initiated. Okay, that's new information. I hadn't heard that before. Mind you, the last 2 or 3 calls, I've recorded the conversation. So I have this in my files. But he's saying things have been escalated and a supervisor would have to call you. Venus said you need to give it a couple of days. Okay. A couple of days goes by, no one calls back. I'm getting this sense that they're running around and they don't want to do this refund. Call today, which is the 23rd, February 23rd, and I get a young lady, and I can't understand her name. I did video or record the conversation. But she is telling me that she's relaying information that has been given to her by her supervisors. And this information is that by their refund policy, that if you do not request a refund at the time or prior to cancellation, that you will not receive the refund. And I guess this idea is that once you cancel it, then you're not a customer. And if you're not a customer, then you can't get a refund, which I find quite interesting. That I was a customer one day, then I'm not a customer the next day. It's confusing. But what's frustrating is she's telling me this internal information that's being provided to her by her supervisor about their refund policy. But I find that interesting because I went online and looked at McAfee's website. And underneath their consumer product refund policy, notice right there, I've highlighted an item that is underneath the summary, under the McAfee refund policy, under the who is eligible. Okay, so that item that I highlighted reads this. It says, if your annual subscription has been automatically renewed, and that's double check for me, it was an annual subscription, it was automatically renewed. It says McAfee provides you a full refund if your request is made within 60 days of being charged. Guess what? I notified them on February the 2nd. I was charged on December 21st. That is well within the 60 days that is noted under the refund policy. Nowhere in this policy does it say anything about you must request a refund before cancellation. When it talks about who is not eligible, now there is some notations there about monthly subscribers. If you cancel a monthly subscription, then you'll no longer be charged, but there's no refund. But a subscription that is annually based and automatically renewed, you have 60 days. You have 60 days. And right now, I am, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 phone calls in. And everybody keeps telling me, no, you should have asked for the refund prior to cancellation. I'm pretty frustrated. And at what point do you throw your hands up? But yet, part of me is saying, how many other people have not been told up front through this process of cancellation, particularly if it is an annual subscription, auto-renewed, hey, would you like a refund? They're not told. They're not told. Their customer service agents are not trained. They're not told to inquire about a refund, because the young lady that walked me through the cancellation on December 21st did not ask me about refunds. And something tells me that within their customer service training, they're intentionally omitting that fact, either not letting their customer service people know of this internal requirement, or they know and they're just BSing their way through it. So they think eventually you'll be tired of this constant conversation and give up. How many more annual subscription folks are getting ripped off because they don't request a refund before they cancel? For me, I'm not thinking about, I want it canceled. But that's where I'm at. I have attempted to reach out to McAfee on Twitter. I have attempted to reach out to McAfee on their Facebook page. Nothing. I get it. It's crickets. It's crickets. You get this through Facebook or through Twitter. You get this automated agent, and they keep coming back to these two requests, and neither of them have anything to do with talking to a real life person. And when you talk to a real life person, they give you the runaround. And their supervisors, either they don't have enough of them or their supervisors really don't care, because I have not received a phone call. They have my email address. I know they still have my account information. I know they don't delete that, which I find is interesting, because that was one notation that the last lady mentioned. Well, we don't have your account, so we can't tell what you have. Yeah, you do. Yeah, you do. I can still log into my McAfee account that was associated with the address for the 1-year subscription. I can still do that, so I'm sure you can too. They don't want to. That's my frustration. Trying to think good things here. That's why I'm wearing my Team Andy shirt here, giving props and hugs and prayers to Andy, as she's battling cancer, going through treatments down south. So prayers for Andy. If you're interested in a Team Andy shirt, let me know. I'm sure I can figure out a way to get you one. But for right now, I'm thinking no go for McAfee. Never again. Never again for McAfee. I don't care if it's the only product out there. No. You've lost a customer for good. And I will do whatever it takes to let other people know my story. And perhaps you'll start losing a few more other customers. I don't know. But it's my story, and I'm sure there are others just like this one out there on the Ethernet. Maybe other people will share their stories too. I don't know. But that's where I'm at. Thanks for listening.